Problem 4-51. Gloria is weighing combinations of geometric solids. She found that 4 cylinders and 5 prisms weigh 32 ounces, and that 1 cylinder and 8 prisms weigh 35 ounces. Write and solve a system of equations to determine the weight of each cylinder and prism. All right, let's help Gloria out. Remember, if we're going to solve a system of equations, that means we're going to have at least 2 equations, which means we're going to need at least 2 variables. The things that we don't know here is the weight of each cylinder and prism, so I'm going to define my variables first. So first thing here, let's let C represent the weight of each cylinder. And we can say that that is going to be in ounces. I like to put the units in there so I don't forget. And let's say then, let's use P then for the weight of a prism. So let P equal the weight of each prism in ounces. So we need to come up with a couple equations here. So they gave us some facts. They said that 4 cylinders and 5 prisms weigh 32 ounces. So if we take 4 times the weight of each cylinder, that would be 4C. And we're adding to that the weight of 5 prisms plus 5P should equal 32. And our second equation will come from this other bit of information. 1 cylinder and 8 prisms weigh 35 ounces. So 1 cylinder we can represent with the weight of our C, and then we've got plus 8 prisms, and we say that that equals 35 ounces. There is our system that we need to solve. You can solve it using any method you choose. This one you could do substitution if you subtract 8p from each side and substitute it in. However, my favorite is elimination, so I'm going to set this up for elimination. I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by a -4, because I'm going to try to eliminate my c's. So if I take it and I multiply both sides by a -4, I end up with -4 times c gives me -4c. -4 times 8p gives me -32p. And then -4 times 35, well, 4 times 30 is 120. 4 times 5 is 20, so that'd be -140. And I'm just going to move my other equation over here. So I've got 4c plus 5p equals 32. So I got my system here for elimination. Seems like a lot of teachers teach it differently. Some people say to add, some people say to subtract. I like to set it up so I have opposites here, additive inverses. When I add my 4c and my -4c, they're going to cancel out. So this is what's being eliminated right here. That is the same thing as 0. When I add 5p and 32p, I'm going to end up with, or I'm sorry, 5p and -32, we get -27p. And then 32 and -140 is going to give us -108. So we can take it, finish solving. I'm going to undo that by dividing by -27, and I get that P ends up equaling 4. So remember, P was the weight of each prism in ounces. So if P equals 4, that means that each prism is going to be 4 ounces. Now we can take this information and plug it back in here to figure out what the weight of one of our cylinders is going to be. So I'm going to take 4c, I'm going to take my equation from over here, 4c plus 5 times 4. I've taken this and I've plugged it in there, and that equals 32. Well, 4c plus 20 equals 32. Subtract 20 from each side there, we get 4c equals 12 divided by 4. And we know that c equals 3. So to check it, we could say here, plug it in. Think about if we have 3 plus 8 times 4 is going to be 32. 3 plus 32 is 35. So it does check out with our other equation here. So the last part of it here, I'm going to go ahead and just state my answer here. If they give me the problem in words, I'm going to give my answer in words. So the weight of one prism is 4 ounces, and the weight of one cylinder is going to be 3 ounces. That's problem 4-51. We wrote and solved a system of equations to determine the weight of each cylinder and prism. If you have questions, make sure you ask your teacher. Thanks for watching. This is Mr. Boyd signing off.